Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Emmanuel here again, and in today's video I want to show you how you can target rich people with your ads on Facebook. Right now, this is something a lot of people have really asked me about in the past, and in today's video I'm just going to share my experience with you and lessons and observations I've taken from running ads for real estate companies. Right, so when we talk about targeting rich people, a lot of people tell you to target engaged shoppers and all those things, right? But when you are targeting engaged shoppers, you are not necessarily targeting rich people. You are just targeting people who have frequent buying habits on Facebook, right? And that's what Facebook records as engaged shopper. So it does not necessarily give you high ticket clients. Just gives you people who are frequent buyers, and that's not what you want, right? So you really want to target people, you want to reach people with your ads, people who have money to spend, right? And also, to do this, we need to define what a rich is, right? So if you are selling a product and the product is less than, let's say we are using naira for instance, if what you are trying to advertise, what you are trying to sell is less than a million naira, then you don't really want to focus on targeting rich people. You just want to target people who will be interested in your product, and people who have the money, who can afford what you are selling, will just go ahead and buy, right? The only thing there is you are going to spend more money per result, right? Your cost per result will be higher than when you are selling cheaper products. So if the product you are selling is less than a million naira, you don't really want to looking for rich people should not be your problem, right? Your problem should be reaching people who will be interested in what you are promoting, and if they can afford it, they'll buy, right? And like I said, this is not from any book or from anywhere. These are lessons I've learned from advertising and promoting high ticket products, right? So that's first. You need to understand what's expensive, right? And the reason why I said that is, Facebook works with data, right? And then the data that can differentiate somebody that can afford, let's say, 500,000 naira from somebody that can afford, let's say, 5,000 naira is not much. So you trying to sell a product that is not above 1 million naira, struggling to target rich people should not be your problem, right? So target people who are interested in your product, and then people who can afford it will buy it. Just you get higher cost per result. And also, when you are trying to sell very expensive product on ad, quite expensive product on ad, you don't want to go for direct sales, right? You want to use lead generation strategy, where you create a lead magnet to attract people who can afford what you are trying to sell, right? So you want to take them through a process and probably have a low ticket product, right? A lower price product. Those who buy that product will likely go for higher price product, and then those who cannot afford those who cannot afford that low ticket product will not be able to afford your main product, so they should not be in your funnel, right? So you can start with a low ticket product and then sell your product, your main product, to them, right? And also, I'll be using real examples in this video to prove this point to you, so that you understand what I am talking about, right? This video specifically is if you are selling very expensive products like real estate, like cars and all those things, right? That will really take people making serious decisions before they'll go ahead to buy. The first thing you should note is, when running your campaigns, you should either target lead generation or just target visibility, right? Target lead generation so that you get people through a process to qualify them and then prove them, and along the line, those who are not qualified to be in your funnel would drop out, right? And then those who eventually get to the end are quality people who could, at least if they could get to that point, then they are really interested and then they really have what it takes, right? So either target, your strategy should either be lead generation or visibility, right? And visibility, because you get a lot of people to see you, right? To see your business, to see your product at a very cheap price, right? You get a lot of eyeballs at a very cheap price, and the more people see you, the more likely that you get somebody who really has what it takes to do business with you, right? So that's the logic behind that. So you're either using lead generation or visibility, just to increase engagement on your page, to increase your followership and all those things, right? Then among those eyeballs, definitely a certain percentage of them will be able to afford what you are selling, right? Then for the lead generation strategy, now you could offer a free product, right? And then you could offer a paid product, but that product should be cheaper than what you are trying to sell, right, at the end of your funnel, right? And you see a lot of real estate agents do that. For example, they don't market their properties on ads, right? So what they can do is they organize a conference or a seminar, a real estate seminar, and maybe the seminar could be maybe 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira to register. Then people who could at least bring out that kind of money to attend the seminar would definitely have what it takes to buy properties, right? Then during the seminar, they can advertise those properties and give discounts that will push people to buy, right? So that's what lead generation means, either free ticket lead generation or just a free offer lead generation, just to prove people and qualify people and get very qualified people down your funnel, right? So that's what you want to do. Then the next thing you need to do is, the best way to attract what you want is to chase away what you don't want, right? So the best way to attract rich people is to try to chase away people who cannot afford what you are trying to sell, right? So for instance, if you check, if you've seen Grant Cardone's adverts before, you'll see him in aeroplanes, luxurious cars, luxurious locations, and all those things, right? And that's because who he wants to attract are people who are familiar with luxury, right? Whose mind can comprehend his environment, right? So always ensure that from the very front end, you are only speaking to people that can afford what you are selling, right? So you see a lot of people that want to run ads, but they don't want to put the price on the ad, right? If you do that, let's say it's a lead generation campaign, and then you don't let people know what it takes, you don't let people know the kind of people that can get involved in a business like this, what will happen is you get a bunch of persons who cannot do business with you inside your funnel, right? But letting them know what it is from the very start, right? Either from your ad copy or from the images or the videos, let people know that to get this house you need at least 50 million, to get this house you need at least 100 million. That way only people who have what it takes will get into your funnel, right? So just chase away people that cannot afford it, and you get to attract more people who can afford what you are selling, right? So your videos, your images, your text should have that notion that this is an expensive business, right? This is something that will need people who have money to do a business like this, right? Then the third thing is, when running your ads, when you come to the targeting section here, the first thing you can do is you can create a custom audience of your followers, your paid followers, right? And create a lookalike audience of those guys, right? Because people who follow your page are definitely people who can, right? Who have the ability, right? And who have the earning potential that can do business with you, right? So you want to create a custom audience of your followers and target the lookalike of that custom audience. What that will do is Facebook will show ad to people who look like the people who are already engaging with your business, right? So you want to create a lookalike. If you have a customer list, you can upload your customer list and target the lookalike of your customer list, right? That way your ad will be reaching people who look like, who have the habits, who have the interest of people who are already following your page, right? And if you don't have a customer list, and let's say you don't have enough followers, and you want to use the detailed targeting option, right? So here what you want to target is, the way Facebook picks people, the way Facebook recognizes people's interest is by the kind of posts, the kind of videos, the kind of pages they engage with on Facebook, right? So you want to ask yourself, what are the kind of things that appeal to rich people, right? What do rich people do? What are the kind of things they use, right? Where are the kind of places they go to, right? So for example, you know that rich people like using, or you know that rich people use luxury stuff. So you want to come to the detailed targeting section here and just enter luxury, right? So here you see luxury goods, luxury vehicle, luxury lifestyle, luxury resorts, luxury yacht, luxury travel. So you want to target all of these interests here, right? Because these are stuff that only rich people will be interested in, right? So these are the kind of interests you want to target. Then what are the kind of things they do, right? These are the kind of things they are interested in. What they do, right? For example, they are international travelers, right? So you want to target interests like international travelers, right? um right, so you see here frequent international travelers, frequent travelers, right? So these are people who have the money to fly around the world, right? So these guys are people who can do high ticket business, right? So you want to target frequent international travelers, right? Then let me show you one secret in this video, right? So let's say for my first detailed targeting, I'll use frequent international travelers, right? All right, so once you enter your first this, for instance, then what you want to do is to use suggestions, right? So you see the kind of suggestions Facebook will give you, right? So these suggestions here are interests that are related to frequent international travelers, right? So you have frequent travelers, travel, engaged shoppers, luxury goods, first class travel, luxury vehicle, real estate investing, and you see all these are expensive stuffs, right? So if you can get the first behavior or interest, allow Facebook to help you using the suggestions, and then you see expensive taste, tourism, and all those things, right? So this way you'll be targeting people who have real money, right? Who have like serious money to spend. This is how you reach people who have a lot of money to spend on high ticket product using Facebook ads, right? And then most times for high ticket products, influencer marketing works better than ads, right? That's just the truth, right? So instead of spending a lot of money on art, you can just pay an influencer, right? And the influencer should be somebody who has a following that have money, right? Somebody who have a following of people who have money. So that's what you want to do. So you want to look for an influencer that has followers that can do business with you, right? And so you simply want to ask yourself, who is the person rich people are following, right? Who is the person people that have money are following? So you want to maybe do a collaboration with those people, or just pay them to so that they'll help you promote your product and promote your business, right? So these are just simple ways you can use to target rich people with Facebook ads, right? So I hope this helps you, right? And if it does, give this video a like right now. And also, if you are new to the channel, if this is your first time visit the channel, my name is Manuel, and what I do on this channel is to create videos that help you make money online, videos that will help your online business, right? And if you want to see more of my content, tap the subscribe button right now, and also hit the bell icon so that anytime I upload a new video on this channel, you get notified by YouTube. Also, if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, just watch the videos showing on your screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.